Welcome back to The Lead. Now it's time for the Politics Lead. You know him as a Twitter fanatic who's quick to shovel out a snowbound car, maybe even perform a superhero act like pull a neighbor from a burning building or show up on a late-night talk show. But now Newark's celebrity mayor, Cory Booker, is also New Jersey's senator-elect. After an 11-point special election victory over his rival, Republican Steve Lautenberg, last night, Senator-elect Cory Booker of New Jersey now joins me from New York. Senator-elect, it's a pleasure. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. It's great to be here.
So we just watched political dysfunction bring this town here that you're moving to a screeching halt. Had you been here in Washington, do you think you would have done anything differently than what you saw? And what will you try to do for future fiscal fights? There's probably going to be one welcoming you on your doorstep as you move here.
Yeah, so I can't say what I would have done. I'm one of those people that had a sideline seat like you did, but I did know right here in New Jersey, and I saw firsthand how so many people, tens and tens of thousands of New Jerseyans, were directly impacted, hurt, had their lives in many ways put in deep insecurity as a result of it. So it's something that's just unacceptable, and I think I agree with what the president said. There were no winners in this. There were just a lot of losers, and starting with the American people. So, you know, I just came from a press conference where we brought yet another development project, creating hundreds of jobs in Newark. It was the governor and I together, the governor, a Republican, and me, a Democrat. We've built New Jersey's biggest city, Newark, back because of bipartisanship. And Chris Christie and I probably disagree on more stuff than we agree on. In fact, we were going at each other with the Giants versus the Cowboys during the press conference. I don't have that much to defend right now with 0-6, but
right.
The reality is this is my history. Newark is coming back now because of left and right working together. People said it couldn't be done, so the problems were too big.
Right.
I'm hoping in Washington I can really just join with others of both parties who share my spirit.
But Senator, you've worked with Chris Christie very closely. You two are famously or infamously close, both professionally, and you're also friends. I assume you're not going to vote for him, however, next month when he is up for re-election. If he's so good and you preach bipartisanship, why not endorse him? He's already up 24 points in the polls. He's going to win anyway, probably.
Well, I don't necessarily agree with that. As there's a large lead right now, but there's still time. Look, when I throw all the issues up I see the issues that he and I disagree with, whether it's the earned income tax credit, Planned Parenthood, regional greenhouse gas agreements, whether it's basic issues, frankly, when it comes to things like marriage equality. So when I look at all the issues, Barbara Buono is clearly my choice, and she's in line with the voters of New Jersey. But I'll tell you this. When the people elect somebody, they expect us to work with those people. And the people elected Chris Christie. He was the governor of the state. I am the mayor of the largest city. And so, look, I loved how Tip O'Neill and Ronald Reagan in days of old had a real relationship, a real friendship. Would they have voted for each other? Probably not.
Okay.
But their relationship helped move America forward, and that's my philosophy.
Fair enough. You've lived in public housing in New Jersey to raise awareness on poverty issues and crime issues. Where do you think you will live in Washington, D.C.? Would you consider moving to a disadvantaged neighborhood like Anacostia?
Yeah, absolutely. I'll be down there now that I won, taking a good look about where to live. You know, there's a lot of America now that
is that your phone?
That was my phone. I apologize.
Do you want to get it?
No. It's probably your producer calling me to tell me to turn off the dagnap phone.
Right.
But look, you know, at the end of the day, I've really savored living in neighborhoods where there's great people struggling to make America real for all Americans. And I just want to be in a neighborhood in D.C. that keeps me focused on the urgencies that I'm fighting for. We live in a nation now that's more stratified economically, where social mobility as an index, if you measure it against our peer nations, is going down in America. We're losing middle-class jobs, and unfortunately, a lot of them are being replaced with minimum wage jobs.
Right.
And if you know areas like mine, minimum wage won't help you escape poverty. So I like being a part of communities that are on the front lines of that fight. And I'm not sure where I'll live in D.C., but I'll look at the whole city. And it's the city of my birth. Many people don't know that. I didn't move to New Jersey until I was 4 months old, but it's where my parents met, got their first jobs, and had their first kids. So I'm looking forward to being a part of that community in the days that I'm down there and spending actually as much time as I can back in New Jersey.
That might have been a real estate agent on the phone calling. Last question, Senator, is that President Obama today told a reporter that he left you a message last night. Let's play that sound.
I did. I think he's going to do a great job.
I think he's going to do a great job. What kind of advice did President Obama have to offer?
Look, I have to say the president was my friend before he was my president. He left a message for me last night, which was incredibly gracious after midnight. I'm sorry I missed his call, but I'll never forget my first really long conversation with him, which was in a hotel room in Newark. He was up to give a speech. I came in to meet him. He had just been elected senator, and we went right to talking about the unfinished business of America and the fact that there are still a lot of disadvantaged communities that we as a country need to focus on, because the truth is, when everyone does well in America, everyone does well in America. And so I appreciate a guy like the president who seems to be concerned in many ways with those people still struggling in our nation, trying to fight to be in the middle class, who might be facing difficulties now. And I hope that we can partner on expanding this economy, growing our GDP, and making our nation more of a nation of abundance for everyone. And let's be real, and you know this probably better than I do, I will be the 100th senator in seniority. I have a great senior senator in my state, Menendez. My first months down there, if not more, I look forward to learning as much as I can, trying to find ways to gain my knowledge base so that I can be a great senator in the long term. And I'll say this, and with a wonderful statement from African history. There's an old statement that goes true for the Senate, which I think is going to be true for me, that if you want to go fast, go alone, but if you want to go far, go together. And I hope to join with other people to take that institution far in service of this nation.
All right, Newark Mayor and New Jersey's newest Senator-elect, Cory Booker, thank you and congratulations on your win.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me on.